Hello traders, and welcome to the market opening preview on a Tuesday, November 24th, 2015. Traders, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand, early in the morning. Bright blue, sunny skies, cool breeze, and I have to tell you, beautiful blue water in the Gulf. Traders, again, great to be with you on a Tuesday, beginning of our trading week. A little shortened just on a Thursday. We have a holiday in the U.S. session, but trading will go on. You know, it's going to be a little slow with no New York in there, but again, Friday, we're back at the markets full steam ahead. So, one day is not a big deal, and we still have Asia and London to trade. So we will get through it, and we will be here, and we will continue on. All right, traders. And by the way, I am looking for a Thanksgiving meal in Thailand. A good old American Thanksgiving meal in Thailand. And I'm pretty sure I found some place. So I will be out for Thanksgiving dinner, as it's a great holiday. I wish I was back in America for this holiday. It's probably the best holiday of the year. All right, let's move on. Let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Guild. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series. And I started trading in 2006. So, what's my operation? What do I do? Traders, I look at fundamentals. I don't trade fundamentals. I don't trade the numbers. I basically look at fundamentals, and I trade maybe 30, 40 minutes after the news comes out. And if everything lines up, I'll take an entry. I'm a technician. I love doing chart analysis, candlesticks, price action, price structure, pivot points. I use my Fibonacci tool a lot, and I really enjoy using harmonics in my trading. And in some of my other instruments that I trade, I like using Ikimoku clouds. So I use what's benefiting me, as they say. So I'm always looking to get that edge, to get a win in the win column, right? All right, so I retired I retired in 2008, my friends, and came to Thailand 9 days later for a 3-month holiday. And I have to tell you, over 7 years. I just started my 8th year last April, and I'm still here, and I love trading in Asia. I love the time zone. I can actually trade all 3 sessions, Asia, London, and about the first 2.5 hours of New York, and still get a good night's rest. It's quite fun, quite a lot of fun. And with today's technology, you know what? You could still go out to dinner, bring your iPhone with you, or your smartphone, your iPad, or your whatever Microsoft has for an iPad. You know, you can be on the run and still trade and monitor your trades with a click of a button, and it's really awesome, really, really awesome. And it's really nice in Thailand. They're really pushing this Wi-Fi, like free Wi-Fi. I know, when I was in West Palm Beach, Florida, it was a big thing. The city was really trying to get a lot of the parks and stuff to have free Wi-Fi and get people on the internet. And I'm glad to see that Thailand's pulling onto that and getting that sort of mode going. Most of your restaurants, most of your pubs, most of your bars are now free Wi-Fi, and it's really great. So it'd be really nice if the government stepped in and just gave people that free Wi-Fi, but that's going to be a ways off. I don't see that happening soon. All right, let's get moving. We've got the risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential risk. You must be aware of the risks and willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Most importantly, traders, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. Traders, if you've been on a demo account for 6 months, go to a live account with your hard-earned money. Your trading is going to change, because all you're going to do is focus on that profit and loss box to see if you're making money or losing money. You need to get over that, and do not look at that box. Most of today's platforms, you can basically take that PL box off your screen. In the days when I started trading, we used to stick sticky notes over those boxes because you couldn't take them off the charts. They were there, and you couldn't take them off the charts. MT4 is real good about that. The only thing they do is they tell you if you're positive or negative pips now. Which before they didn't do that. They just put your, short, your TP and your SP, right, stop loss, and your limit to get out. So there does make a difference, and you need to get over that money thing. Money will distract your trading, folks. All right, let's get over to news and commentary, and let's just hit one more time on this money issue, because I do think it's a really important part of trading, and you really need to have good money management. You need to know what your drawdown is. What's the first thing you need to know after you think you know where you want to enter at? Yeah, you need to know where your stop loss is going to be. How much is this trade going to cost you? If you lose a trade, how much is it going to cost you? What's that percent of your account, right? How much margin are you in? How far in the water are you? And is it at least a 1-to-1, and I prefer a 2 or 3-to-1 ratio of success, right, in my trade? I want to get 3-to-1, 2-to-1 of my entry to make profits. So that means you have to put a bigger stop. You got to give this price action room to breathe, right? All right. We all grow in this business. This is like being a neurosurgeon. You don't think a neurosurgeon graduates his internship as a neurosurgeon after 8 years and stops reading advancements in neurosurgery, operating on people's brains. No, he's always learning. He's always reading. He's always looking at the most modernist technology out there and the most modernist medications out there for his patients. Well, we have to do the same thing in Forex. Every day is a learning day. We're always looking for something new. Not a new trading system, but something new, something to help us in making our decisions. Just keep that in mind. All right, let's look at what's going on. How the indices closed. Dow 30 negative, and my thing just took a ending. The Dow 30 is closed negative 0.17%. The S&P 500 closed 0.12%, and the Nasdaq closed 0.05%. And the small cap 2000 closed positive 0.42%. Actually, they were the only ones in the positive. The rest of them were in the red, but very minimally. They had a big drop late in New York yesterday. Did not get a chance to read it, my friends. I have to be honest with you. I was up early this morning, as I usually do, but I just had a lot to get done. And computers are great when they work, and mine worked fine. It's just internet was slow, and I just had to reboot my router, and just stuff like that happens, right? As they say, poo-poo happens. Okay, the DAX closed negative 0.25%. The FTSE 100 closed negative 0.46%. And the CAC 40 closed negative 0.44%, with the Eurostoxx 50 out of Frankfurt in the positive, just barely, at 0.01% at the close. All right, let's head on over to Asia. Remember, these countries are currently trading, and I'm seeing a lot of red here, folks. The Nikkei 225 is negative 0.23%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is negative 0.56%. The China A50 is negative 0.69%. And the Hang Seng out of Hong Kong is negative 0.50%. Oh, just changed to 48% as I'm watching. And the Kospi is positive 0.41%. So quite mixed here in Asia. We are early in our trading. So, the Nikkei is just up. What is the Nikkei? The Nikkei is down, but we're only 2 hours into the session. So we're doing all right. It's early in the session. So that's what's going on with our indices. Let's take a look at the economic calendar today. The economic calendar. Yep, let's get this economic calendar going here. Okay, so what do we have? We had earlier, we had Japan at flash manufacturing PMI, and I don't have a reading on that, surprisingly enough. Let's just give that 1 second, see if I can get a reading on that. That's pretty important. It is a low impact news event, so you have to take that into mind. Okay, so it came out good. It came out at 52.8. They were expecting 52.1. 15 minutes after the London Open, we have Swissy CHF employment level. Then we have out of the Eurozone, German IFO business climate high impact. Then 45 minutes later, we have RBA Governor Stevens speaks. Then out of the pound, we have the inflation report hearings. These are all high impact news events, all coming out the first 3 hours of the London Open. Coming into before the U.S. session and in the U.S. session, out of the U.S. we have prelim gross domestic product quarter on quarter, and medium impact we have goods trade balance. That's that new one, isn't it? That new indicator they're taking a look at. And also in New York we have CB consumer confidence, which is 10 a.m. on Wall Street. So quite a lot coming out, I've got to be honest with you, for today's news. So it's going to be a pretty heavy day today and tomorrow. Not to prolong this video, but out of the U.S. we have a lot of stuff because Thursday's off. We are just filled with high impact news events in the New York session on Wednesday. So yeah, there's a lot going on the next 2 days, my friends. So just keep that in mind as you go on in your trading. We have some good trade setups today. We're just going to follow the trend. I'm going to follow what price has done, and we're just going to keep on going. So let's head to the charts. Wow, I've really burned some time here. Okay, the euro dollar, folks, it's still in a downtrend. It did come down yesterday. I gather this was a Fed statement. They had that Fed meeting, and also we had some surprising OPEC news. All the OPEC members from the different countries agreed to stop basically bickering with each other and get down and stabilize prices. So there's big meetings going on that on December 5th, if I'm not mistaken. And OPEC that's their next meeting, and they've all agreed to sit down and get these prices stabilized. So that's going to be very interesting for those of you who trade oil. However, with this, I'm looking for this to pull back. Okay, I'm not interested in taking this below the daily pivot. I want it to pull back to the R1, and the 200 EMA will take an entry at 1.0655. I know the daily pivot's there. We're going to get a bounce, but we should be break even by then. And I want to take profit at the S1 pivot at 1.0598. Very, very simple trend. Look at the chart, left of the chart, folks. It is in a stair-step downward motion. These are all fibbed. If you fibbed all these swings, you would find they're all fib numbers. It's unbelievable. So this is exactly what we expect to see. This is, probably the 78% fib of the last swing. And you know what? Just get ready for this thing to come down. I'm hoping it pulls back up, and and we can get this downward. So let's see how it goes. All right, let's head over to the pound. The pound has just really done really well. It's been just sinking. It fibbed yesterday, and here we are. Down she comes. Late New York takes it down. I don't know what happened in late New York session. I was not able to read that, but we definitely got the down move here. So we're just going to continue with this. So I'm looking for this to pull back to the 23.6 fib at 1.5166, and we'll get out at 1.5116. It's a 40 pip trade, folks. And but we need this to pull back. We just need this to pull back, as we do have data today. But we just need this to pull back. And we don't have, oh yes we do, we have inflation report meetings coming out 3 hours after the London Open. Wow, that's going to put a swing in our little trading today, isn't it? All right, let's head over to the Aussie. Aussie did really nothing yesterday, absolutely nothing. Yeah, this is the same chart as nothing, because nothing's changed, right? I just want this to come up to that yellow line and I'll sell it. I'm not buying the Aussie dollar, folks. I'm sorry, I am not buying the Aussie dollar. I still want to get out at 0.7152, and I still want to get in at 0.7220. That's where I'm at. I just, it's got to break this range either to the upside or the downside, however it wants to do it, but I'm not buying this, and we have plenty of catalysts to move this today. So keep the Aussie dollar on your radar screen. All right, here's the Euro Aussie. Really not a lot of price action. Yesterday, sort of sideways. So I'm looking for this to pull back to the 618 at 1.4822, bearish candlestick, and let's take this to the downside. And we're going to take it to the same support levels that we had yesterday. And that was at 1.4709. I think that's the most legitimate. I do think of the 23.6 fib at 147.47. I'm sorry, 1.4747. We're going to get a bounce there. We're going to get a bounce near that daily pivot. There's a lot of junk right there, but I'm hoping if we get the pullback that this will just negate that and just push right through it. And that's what I'm looking for in the Euro Aussie. Alrighty. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Yen. Did a nice move to the downside, just expecting the same, and we're in a great spot to sell this. I got to be honest with you. I don't like that we don't have a significant support level to take profit at. So we're just gonna before we get in it, I'm probably gonna jump up to an hourly time frame or a 2-hour time frame and find a decent support level to take profit at. But as far as our drawdown goes, it's really interesting. Just count 3 candles back, and that's where you're going to put your stop. You're going to risk like 7 pips, 8 pips for this trade, and it's either going to work or it's not. We don't need a 50 pip stop here, folks. This is not one of those kind of trades. This is either going to continue down or it's not. So, don't get tangled up in this. Don't think too much on this, right? Remember, we want to trade smart, not hard, right? Trade smart, not hard, and we just want this to come on and break down to the downside. Let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This pair is a mess, believe it or not. And I am sorry, I am over the time, almost 2 minutes already. This pair is a mess, but this needs to be talked about. This really had very minimal price action yesterday, and now it's still in this nasty range. I did put a trend line here. I'm looking for a break of this trend line. Give me a retest, and I need the retest. Why do you need a retest? Because you don't know if that candle is going to continue to the downside. So you need a retest. So in other words, it's got to close below the trend line, give you another blue candle, and then give you a red candle, and then enter your trade, right? And you'd hopefully that red candle is below that wick of that doji to the downside, and we'll get in there at 0.6503, and we'll get out at the S2 reversal pivot at 0.6457. Folks, this is a 53 pip trade. So, this has a lot of potential here. And if you take a look at after our entry, we have a wide open space all the way down to our take profit area. There's nothing left to the chart there. So, let's get this done. And, this needs to continue to the downside. And I'll be in it like dust on the top of the desk. All right, traders, on behalf of myself, William Gill, I want to thank you for joining me on a Tuesday, and an absolutely gorgeous Tuesday in Pattaya, Thailand this morning. I can't believe how beautiful the weather is today. And remember, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. And please come visit our website at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. Traders, till next time, have a great trading day and grab those profits. Talk to you then. See ya. Bye-bye.